Hey there again, welcome to today's video, which will be about how to add custom fonts and how to handle the text theme options that Flutter provides you. As always, there are subtitles available, so if they can help you understand me better, go ahead and turn them on right now. But let's get to the point of the video. As you can see, the UI is, as always, extremely simple, so anybody can follow along, no matter how advanced you are. And I'm kind of OCD about this, so I'm gonna add this comma here. And it's really just, a text that will be considered the title and just the regular body of the text. Right now they're exactly the same, there's no styling except for the color. And this time I did something different for the containers so that I could just introduce to you the MediaQuery, because in the short future I will be releasing a video on what you can do with this. It's very helpful to figure out the size of your screen, and that's pretty much how you make truly responsive apps. Now, the very first step we're going to go ahead and do is creating a new folder. So just come over here to the project folder and new directory. Now I'm going to create two folders. Okay, I'm going to create an assets folder, and then inside that folder I will create the fonts folder. This is because it's highly unlikely that you'll create an app with only a fonts folder, so I'm actually making this a practical example. So now just grab your fonts, I have them right here in this folder, and then literally just drag them over. This part is as simple as it gets. Just do whatever. I'm not even reading this, I don't care. Why did you guys open this? Okay. Now confirm that they're in here. Everything looks good. I hope you already know where we're going next. The Pubspec.yaml, which by the way is my next video, so that I can start linking you guys to an explanation of the Pubspec.yaml in case there's anybody that doesn't know. Now once you're here, you need to scroll down a little bit, and right here you have the examples. And they were nice enough to provide us with two examples, which is exactly what we need. So just uncomment it, and it's all going to be screwed up because that's the life. Just make sure you make it all make sense. Again, this is how you check everything's okay, and then if something's wrong, when you do pubget, it'll probably tell you. But you need to be very careful with the spacing on the Pubspec.yaml file. So now let's just change the values so they make sense to our project. And by the way, ignore this little thing here. It's just printing the screen size. Let's go back to the fonts. So Montserrat will be the main font, and Lilita 1 regular will be used for the title. So basically you come here, and this is very important, you set the family name. You can write whatever you want here, but you need to know what it is so you can use it later. Make sure that the directory is correct. In our case it's assets and then fonts and then the name of the font. And you can be like me, you can just be lazy and refactor, just copy it. Actually I wanted the whole thing. Just do this, and that was very simple, as you can tell. And this is the regular one, okay? Then if you want different ones, you need to specify a little bit more. For example, this is an italic, okay? So I'm gonna define the weight, which is usually 700, so don't worry about it. It depends on what you want. So I advise you to go to fontstyle.google.com and just try out their different weights. But let's go to the next family. Let's just call it Lilita 1. And once again, I will be lazy, and I'm pretty sure you want to be lazy too. So that's exactly why I'm showing it like this. Again, let's put it in the right directory. And this isn't important. We can do without this one for the Lilita 1 family. And now you just go for pubget. Oh, and this is actually pretty good. An error. As you can tell, when something's wrong, it will tell you. Now, it's even telling you which one is wrong. And if you notice, it's not aligned with the top family. So all you gotta do is this, but now you see that asset stopped being, orange like the others. I did this before on top. I don't know why I forgot to do it over here. But this is good. Now you get to learn how to fix it if there's something wrong. And I don't know what is going on with me. For some reason, I let this style on. Clearly, I haven't had enough coffee today. And there you go. It finally works. Now back to the app. Let's go mess with the theme. you go over to the main.dart file, and then under the material app, you use the property theme. Makes sense, right? Then you do theme data. Now here, you use fontFamily, and then you define your font family. We call it Montserrat, and that's pretty much it. Oops, I made a typo there. Once this step is done, you have to truly restart the app, otherwise it will not take effect. And here we are. As you can see, all text in the screen has changed and is now in the Montserrat, I hope that's how you say it, style. And that's actually why I picked this font, because it's evidently different from the default Roboto. But now let's get to titles. Let's say you want a different font for your app bar and you only have one screen, which is unlikely, but just in case you're feeling extra lazy, all you gotta do is go to your app bar's title property with the text widget, go to style, obviously TextStyle as always, and then font family. And guess what? We're gonna call it Lilita 1. Now if we save this, it does make a change now. But you're not really going to be doing this in every single page now, are you? It would be much better if you could just make a change that would apply to all app bars. So let's do that. What we're going to do is set a default app bar theme. Here we assign a new text theme to all of our app bars so that all text elements in the app bar receive that theme. So here you write theme data dot light, because dot light is the default theme data, dot text theme dot copy width, so that you don't have to define everything from the beginning. Now in here, the only thing we're going to change is the title, which is not title anymore. It has been deprecated, so instead of title, you type in headline 6. Sounds kind of weird, but it's up to them. And here, you just do text style, and let's define it as font family. We already know the name, Lilita 1, and then for the font size, I guess we'll do it, let's say 20. Let me just add some commas. I don't know what the hell I'm doing around here. And now let's save this. And as you can tell, I don't know if you remember, but I removed the styling from here and it's still working. And let me restart the app. As you can see, it still works. And about the headline 6 and the deprecating of the title, there have been a few other properties here that have been deprecated, and I will leave a link to a Stack Overflow post that explains this in more detail. Oh, and by the way, this font doesn't have a bold option, but if it did, you just have to do font weight and then font weight dot bold, okay? In this case, we can save and nothing will happen because it doesn't have that option. But anyway, now the only thing that's missing is making this an actual title. And we don't even have to do anything extra over here, okay? Because you have already set a new text theme right here. So you just need to make sure that Flutter knows that this widget here is a title and not a regular piece of text. And you do this by simply removing the entire text style and instead typing in theme of context as usual dot text theme dot title. And again, title has been deprecated, so you know what it is? I hope you do, because it's pretty obvious. Headline 6. And do you think this will work? It doesn't. Because this is just actually setting it for the app bar. You actually need to come over here and do text theme again. And let's take advantage of what we've already done here and type this in. And let's actually copy this right here. But let me add colors.white. And I just realized I forgot something super important, which is the headline 6, aka the title. Text style. There you go. And this belongs in there. Sorry about that. Hope that's not too confusing for you. And now, if we save this, it actually will apply the style to the title we defined, okay? Right here, we're saying this is a title. anytime you have a title, you can use just this line of code and they will all look the same. That's the goal here, to make things easier for you. So now you know how to add custom fonts and set specific text themes that will help you define the titles and the Appbar titles in a much easier fashion and in a way that will save you a lot of time. So I hope you liked this video and I helped you learn something new today. If that did happen, please like and subscribe. Don't leave me hanging here. I'm doing this for y'all. But anyway, I've got nothing else to say, so you know what's coming. I'm out.